Hello, everyone. Well, the few people are going to be watching my division wins picks and my picks for playoff picks and my picks for each win all the way to the Super Bowl. Very early picks, not as early as most people, but still pretty early picks. You know, I got my NFC, and then yes, I'm not wearing Texans, even though I'm Houston Texans. But I'm talking about the NFC, so the Texans aren't even a factor here, and I do have a team that I like the most in the NFC, my number one NFC team, and it's the Cowboys. Okay, they are the other Texas team, and this is Texas Sports TV, so why not? I do have other teams I kind of like, just like I have other teams kind of like in the AFC, but Texas Sports TV, and they're kind of my favorite ones in the NFC, so kind of wins out. With that, I got. With that, we just kind of jump right ahead into, just like I started with the East and the AFC, I started with the East and the NFC. And yes, the Cowboys are in the East, even though they're part of the Tex, kind of the West, and they're also part of the South. Yet they're with the East, and it don't make sense, but hey, you can't argue, I guess, too much. The AC, the NFC East is also the division where I think it's the only division where every single team has a championship in it. The Redskins have a couple, the Giants have a couple, and the Cowboys have five, and the Eagles have one. So I'm pretty sure they're the only. Don't take my word for it. I could be 100% wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're the only division like that. Now with that, let's get into which team's going to be in last place. Pretty obvious, the Giants. I don't think anyone's going to argue with me on that. Who's going to argue? No one. Good. Oh wait, someone raised their hand. Oh, you're stupid. Okay, let's move on. Third place, the Eagles. Why? They went with Carson Wentz instead of Nick Foles. If they went with Nick Foles, then I think I might have had them up in second or first. But nope, they went with Nick Foles. They went with Carson Wentz instead of Nick Foles. The dude who hasn't really fully improved himself. He showed that he has skill, but he's injury prone. He was injured the first year before he went into the NFL, and he's been injured every year he's been in the NFL. And yes, he showed he has skill, but the first time he was back after he was injured, well, guess what? He was hesitating. He wasn't his normal self. He wasn't. Sean Watson, he got injured. He came back. He was full force. Okay. Carson Wentz, he got injured. He hesitated. He didn't. He wasn't the same player. He got injured again. I do know he's probably not going to be the same player again. And it's not just that. It's not just Carson Wentz you got to worry about. That him hesitating for himself. It's got to be the players around him. The players around him. It wasn't Carson Wentz that led them to Super Bowl victory. No. It was Nick Foles. It wasn't Carson Wentz that led them to a victory over the Bears. No. It was Nick Foles. Nick Foles did all of that. Nick Foles. Even Eagles fans are questioning the move. Philadelphia fans are going, why did you pick Wentz over Carson? Carson Wentz over Nick Foles. Why? And I don't know. It's going to really affect them. Even if Carson Wentz is healthy the entire season, they aren't going to play to their full potential. They aren't going to be a full unit. Carson Wentz has to prove himself to his team first, and his team has to trust Carson Wentz, which I'm not sure that's all there. And then Carson Wentz is probably going to get injured again, and then they don't have anyone they can go to. They don't have anyone. The Eagles are going to suck. Next, in second place, the Cowboys. Why the Cowboys? Why? Where's the Redskins? I heard they're. Well, here's the thing. The Cowboys, I really, really didn't want them to win the division last season. I knew they were only going to win the first game, and then they were going to lose the second. I got every single game right in the NFC playoffs except for one game, and that was because of a bullshit call. Okay, so I would have been 100% if it wasn't for that one bullshit call. You know what I'm talking about, between the Saints and the Rams. But I was 100% last in the NFC. I knew the Cowboys well. I gave too much hope to my Texans because they're my team. I didn't think of any of the downside, but with the Cowboys, I was willing to go a little bit, yeah, no. And with that, I didn't want them to win division. You want to know why they won the division? Carson Wentz got injured, and then the Eagles needed. Carson Wentz struggled, got injured, and Nick Foles struggled for a little bit, and then he brought him back to wild card spot. Giants suck, and the Redskins just fell apart. The Cowboys won the division because the division collapsed around them. They weren't Super Bowl bound. They were barely playoff bound, and they won the division because everything collapsed around them. The Redskins could have easily won division if they didn't get hit hard with the injury bug, especially when it came to the quarterback spot. When it came to the quarterback position, they were just fucked. Okay, the Redskins, they can win the division if they keep healthy, which that's the big if. If they keep healthy, they can win the division. They can. Do not count the Redskins out. They were in a good. They started out the season really well. I think they were 6-3. They just got hit. Then they lost their quarterback. They get at least their quarterback healthy. They're gonna win this division. Eagles don't have a quarterback that's very reliable. Giants are still relying on Eli Manning, who has 0 Super Bowls left on him, and he's really past his prime. Yeah, we get on to Brady. He's blah blah blah. Yes, Eli Manning is, I think, younger than Tom Brady, but come on, he's nowhere near Tom Brady, where he's older and he still has some Super Bowls. Plus, the team isn't built around Eli Manning's age. They don't have a really good O-line. They don't have a really good coach. They just don't have a good team to support Eli's age. Period. Tom Brady's still great because he has a team that can support his age. Peyton Manning was great in his older age because he had a team that supported his age. The teams got very, very defensive prone. And then the Cowboys, I'm sorry, they are a good team, but they are heavily running back. They rely heavily on Ezekiel Elliott. They rely way. Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. He's not the best one. He's not. Then the running back is and then we still have Jerry Jones as an owner. If we that playoff berth, that division win, got the Cowboys stubborn, and they didn't really do anything in the offseason. That's what I was afraid of, that they won division. And that's kind of what happened. Nothing changed. Nothing happened. They're going to be a decent team that just misses the division win because they can't get over the Redskins. Yeah. Okay. Done with the AFCs. Let's move on to the West. Now, let's see who's going to be in 4th place in the West. That's, again, an obvious choice, the Cardinals. Anyone want to argue? No? Oh, you want to argue the 49ers? Well, fuck you, you're stupid. They at least have something to hope for. The Cardinals are obviously the worst team. Not much to talk about there. The 49ers, again, they're pretty bad. Not much to hope for. They're not the worst team out there. I guess you can argue the Cardinals are the worst team, but they're nowhere near the best. Nowhere near the best. And then you got the Seahawks and the Rams. Rams are going to win division. No. Seahawks are going to put up a damn good fight, but they're a wild card berth kind of team. The Rams are just too good. They aren't going to win the division whenever they're in a division with the Rams. Simple as that. The Rams, they made it to the Super Bowl last year. Yes, it was based on a bullshit call, but come on, they still put up a huge fight. And the Rams, they're They put up a huge fight against last season's Saints, and then they put up a fight against the Patriots. What won in the end was the Patriots just had a slightly better defense, and the Rams just had a quarterback that froze in the big spot, and a coach that couldn't get them past. He was too young, too inexperienced. Yes, he got them. We will see. The coach has a bit more experience. The quarterback has a bit more experience. We will see where they lead now in the postseason. But as far as division, they're going to get it again. They won big. They won by a huge factor last season. They're definitely going to do it again. Come on. Now let's just go to the north. I think the division is just going to look, well, their standings, I think they're just going to look the same as last year, honestly, for the north. It's going to be the Lions in last place. They're not going to be a very good team. Then there's going to be the Packers. New head coach, new offensive scheme. Yes, they have Aaron Rodgers, but who knows? Maybe he might get injured again. And again, it's again a new offense with a new offensive scheme. I'm not sure they're going to be able to go into that offense and do really well right away. Okay, that's probably going to take time. And then you got the Vikings in second. A team that has potential, but lacking just a few missing pieces. And then the Bears with a great defense and just a great all-around team. The Bears are going to win the division once again. Basically, this division is not going to change at all. And then you get the NFC South. The NFC South. Picking first place was a little bit difficult. Let's go to last. Buccaneers, obviously. No argument there. I don't think so. I don't think there is. Anyone would argue? No. Third place, Panthers. Not much of an argument. We got Cam Newton. But other than Cam Newton, I'm not sure the Panthers have very many people. And who knows, Cam Newton might need to go away for another surgery. He may not be at his full potential yet. A whole lot of questions on Cam Newton. The problem was trying to pick between first and second. I was torn between the Falcons and the Saints. Why? It shouldn't be that hard. Saints are the obvious pick for division winners. Are they though? They're not like the Patriots where they win the division every single year. They're not. And Drew Brees, yes, he's a good quarterback. But how much can Drew Brees do? This defense is supposed to be the best defense Drew Brees has ever had. He has won the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure, with the worst defense, or at least one of the worst defenses that a quarterback has ever done. And last year, it was the best defense he has ever had. Will that defense come back? I don't know. Drew Brees still as accurate as ever? Yes, he's still as accurate as ever. His team has failed him before, though. I don't know if the team can go that many wins 2 years in a row. And the Falcons, remember, they did win a Super Bowl, not win a Super Bowl. They did go to the Super Bowl not even that long ago. Matt Ryan went to the Super Bowl not that long ago. They're not that like the worst team ever. They have the potential to get just a couple of the right. You just get a thing going. They could win the division. I don't know. This one, yes, you get upset picks whenever you're doing pick videos. I almost want to call this an upset pick for division winner. Because the Saints seem like the obvious choice, but I'm really leaning Falcons. So I'm gonna do Saints second place, and and then have the Falcons win the division. So NFC North, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. NFC East, NFC East, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants. NFC West, Rams, Seahawks, 49ers, Cardinals. NFC North, Bears, Vikings, Packers, Lions. And NFC South, Falcons, Saints, Panthers, Buccaneers. I don't really think I'd have too much of an argument with people when it comes to the North and South. I think the arguments would come with the East and West. East going, how could you have the Redskins at first? And then the no, it's the East and South. The North and West, I think people would agree mostly. Then the East and the North and West, then the East and South, people would argue about my first and second place positions. And that's my NFC division rankings or division picks on where I think teams are going to be.